Hello everyone, welcome to Prompt with Pal, Security Under the Hood. Here is a question every CISO gets, often with very little notice. What are the top threats we should be worried about right now? The challenge isn't the lack of data, it's overload. Too many feeds, too many reports, too little time to turn the intelligence into decision. What CISO really needs is clarity. Threat intelligence that is relevant for their environment, tied to their exposure, and ready to act on. Today we are looking at how Microsoft's Security Threat Intelligence Briefing Agent addresses exactly this gap, turning the global threat intelligence into a concise, context-aware briefing automatically. So leaders can move from awareness to action faster. So let's see it in action.
Let's start right here in Microsoft Defender Threat Intelligence Threat Analytics. At the top of the screen, you will notice a card introducing Security Copilot Threat Intelligence Briefing Agent and the option to set up agent. This is where everything begins. Earlier, the threat intelligence required multiple tools, manual correlation, and analyst-heavy reporting. Now it's embedded directly into your SOC Ops workflow, and we click Setup Agent here. A panel opens that clearly explains what the agent does, how it generates the insight, and what signal it depends on. And this is key. The agent is powered by the Defender Vulnerability Management, MDVM, the External Attack Surface Management, and Microsoft Global Threat Intelligence. So what we are enabling here is not just automation, it's a context-aware intelligence tailored to your environment. Next, we move to identity selection. You see two options here. Create a new agent identity, connect an existing user account. In this demo, we select connect an existing user account. Now, look at the recommendation on the screen. Don't use personal accounts, use dedicated identities. Ensure proper role-based access. This is critical because even though this is an AI agent, it operates within the RBAC, the conditional access policies, and audit boundaries. Exactly what a CISO expects in a zero trust model. Next, we assign the user. You can see the selected account, the role recommendation, the permission requirements. This ensures that the agent only accesses the authorized security data. This is not a black box. It is governed, controlled, and fully compliant with enterprise security policies. Now we proceed on the screen. You see deploying agent. Please keep this window open. Behind the scene, the agent is being provisioned, connected to your data sources, and initialized to start intelligence analysis. Within seconds, we see the agent is active. This is powerful because what used to take integration across tools is now done in a single guided experience. Now we click Manage Agent Configuration. This screen is where the agent becomes truly organizational aware. The content settings, first you see the number of insights. Example, I can set it to 5, and the look back days that has been set is 7 because I wanted to just look at the 7 days. This controls depth of analysis, historical context. More insights is equal to deeper intelligence, but also more compute. So this is where you need to balance speed versus depth that you are looking for. Now look at this section. Region is Norway, industry, financial service. This is one of the most important input because threat are not universal. The agent now filters intelligence based on the industry specific attacks, the regional specific threat actors, and targeted campaign. This ensures you only see what matters to your organization. Next, you see scheduled runs enable every 7 days. This means that the agent automatically generates briefing, no manual efforts required. Instead of analysts preparing the weekly report, the system continuously delivers the fresh intelligence. Finally, you configure the email delivery for the report. Now the briefing doesn't just stay in the tool, it reaches the CISO, security leaders, decision makers directly. Now you go back to the threat analyst. At the top, you see the executive summary by Threat Intelligence Briefing Agent. This is the output of everything we just configured. Now let's walk this together. What you're looking at is the Defender Threat Analytic Dashboard. Right on the top, you see a card, Executive Summary by Threat Intelligence Briefing Agent. This is important because instead of starting with raw alerts or fragmented threat feeds, you're starting with ready-made intelligence briefing. Just below that, notice the environmental context that you have. Activity 383, actors 268, techniques 46, vulnerability 161. This is your live threat landscape footprint. Now look at the section. Latest threats on the left, high impact threats on the right. This gives analysts an operational visibility, but what CISO need is a prioritized meaning. That's exactly what the agent delivers. Now we click View Full Brief. What opens is a structured AI generated report. At the top, you see executive summary, and immediately the agent highlights a real threat actor. Gold Blade, Red Curl, Red Wolf, Earth. Now, this is not just naming an attacker. It explains their evolution, their tactics, their targeting patterns. For example, moving from phishing to weaponized resumes. This is exactly what a CISO need. Not just who the attacker is, but how they operate. Now, as you scroll, you see threat based on your industry and region. In this case, industry, financial service, and as you can see, the region is set to Norway, and here's a powerful insight shown on the screen. Now look back at the dashboard section on the left. You see high impact threats including OAuth app abuse in phishing, the containers attack, the crypto jacking. Now we open one of the most important section, which is exposure report. Exposure report is critical moment for any CISO because this is where the intelligence becomes actionable. You can see a real example that CVE 225 and 14174. Now look at how this is presented. Published date, description of the vulnerability, affected platform, that is Chrome, Edge and Mac OS, exploitation method. Now look at the bottom of the same panel, remediation. Example, update Chrome, Edge to a specific version. This is critical because the agent does not stop at detection. It moves all the way to recommended action. This reduces analyst effort, decision time, and response delays. Now, this is one of the most underrated feature, CVE difference report. You can see new CVEs since the last report. Removed CVE. In this case, no new CVEs, no removed CVEs. Why this is powerful? Because security team don't need to reprocess everything. They follow only what has changed since yesterday. This is the delta-based intelligence, and it dramatically reduces the noise. So what you just saw is a complete transformation of threat intelligence from fragmented data to a unified briefing, from generic threat to a contextual relevance, from analysis, actionable decisions, and most importantly, it answers one question every CISO is accountable for. Where are we exposed and what should we do next?
To wrap up, the real value of threat intelligence briefing agent is focus. Instead of chasing dozens of threats report, CISO gets a clear view of what matters most to their organization. Active threats, relevant vulnerabilities, and prioritized action. It reduces the noise, saves the time, and helps security leaders answer the hardest question with confidence. Are we exposed and what should we do next? That's the shift from static intelligence to decision-ready insight. And that's security under the hood. Thank you for joining. Stay secure and stay connected for more such updates. Thank you.